Nature is life. Life is nature. I mean, they both go together. My name is Rod Lewis and I am a grassman. A project was started at Her Majesty's prison in Kingston by Miss Vonnie Roudette. Men who have been imprisoned, they get to learn and acquire a skill by which they can plait the grass and make craft out of it, and they can help themselves financially, they can help their families.
Today is the beginning of a new project for us, which is linked with the grass programme that you're all involved in. And it's involving the planting of the grass. We want to start the project on about 1 acre that is over there. You just walk past it, which is where we want to plant the vetiver grass. Whoever feels motivated to work with this project will be able to teach other people in the community how to work with the vetiver grass for land conservation.
I could remember when we first got there to the land in Penniston, it was like, wow, there's a lot of work to do here. The land looked like nothing had been planted there for quite some time. You know, it looked like if a lot of bush and trees had just grown up. We had to chop down some trees and some plants and stuff so that we can start planting the vetiver grass. Apart from the fact that we had quite a lot of work to do, you know, to get the land started, you know, it felt great, you know, and to see that I was going to be a part of a very important project, you know, it felt great. When you're a grassman, there are certain things that you have in you after you've acquired, you know, certain skills in the grass program. We had really wanted to get the nursery started. So even though it was raining, we had decided, yo, we have to get this done. All in all, I think it took us about 3 days to get the land cleared before we could actually start planting the vetiver grass. There were 3 processes by which we had planted the grass. We had planted some in some grow bags, we had planted out some in a kind of grid frame like, and then we had planted some, the majority actually, in contours. The ones for the grow bags, a coal pit was recently born in the area there, so we had actually took that soil, you know, it was very rich in minerals, and we had put that into the grow bags and planted out some of the shoots in that.
Check this, guys. Once it's got 3,
yes, you know them and go in the back. Then we go in the soil by itself because it will spread. Yeah.
Just the small ones we're putting in the bag.
Yeah, we will have to refill this, you know. So we have to use. So this is one.
So something like that. Even this, watch this. You see some of this old stuff can come off. Okay, you 3 guys here. We're going to plant out some rows. Some of the other shoots there that are slightly bigger than what they're putting in.
To go in the soil.
And we're going to put them in the soil.
We planted some of the shoots on a grid frame.
That we can just cut through to cover the weeds.
The plants that we had planted in the grid frame, we had used some weed blockers. We had lined them out. I think it was a square foot each. We had planted them apart. Those were for so that we can get to transplant over when it was needed. The reason for actually using that particular piece of land as an example to plant the vetiver grass is because the land had sunken quite a lot. The lands surrounding it, I mean, they were much higher up, and due to lots of rainfall and erosion, that part of the land had sunken.
A couple of generations ago, the farmers were the ones that took this grass from Georgetown, where they had it on the edges of the sugarcane fields. And the farmers recognized the ability of the grass to hold up the soil. So they started planting it all over the islands. In the last couple of generations, we lost the understanding of the grass and it's been cut out, right? And we're getting a lot more erosion. Today we want to map out some contours and start to plant all this going down this way, okay? And in order to do that, we've got a special, very simple, what we call an A-frame. A contour is not just a ditch, it's a line of the land. So when the water comes now, the grass is in the right position to hold up anything that washes down.
We had some heavy rainfall recently, about a week ago, and due to it, the soil is washing away. So we're gonna plant in some more grass right in this area around here to fill in back the space. The grass grows in a very, what I would say, peculiar way. The roots go straight down. They grow to, say, 10 feet sometimes. They spread off when they start to grow, and that basically helps to keep the topsoil intact. The ones that we had planted in contour lines, the roots would actually meet together and they would create a form of like a retaining wall, you know, a wall of root that just goes across in your land, and it just helps to strengthen the land. You know, so even though heavy rains do fall and the soil washes down, then it doesn't go anywhere because the vetiver grass is there to help to hold it up. You have to maintain the grass. After you've planted it, then you have to make sure that the surrounding is kept clean in order for it to grow.
We're going to cut them to that length, and then it strengthens them, and they're going to shoot up stronger.
This process now, it's only for a certain amount of time until the grass actually it's matured, and then it takes care of itself. The plant reaches maturity when it gets to about 10 months. But this vetiver grass that we had planted in Penniston, it matured in about 6 to 7 months. Due to the fact that the land wasn't planted, anything wasn't planted for a while, the soil was rich. You know, so the vetiver grass actually took to the soil and it started off, it shooted up very quickly. Right now, there's quite a lot of toxins that farmers use on their land. You know, they use pesticides and insecticides on their soil, And over time, these things would stay in your land and all like that. And when you grow food, sometimes they even show up in your food. I mean, you grow some edos or some tanias, and when you peel them, there's little blocks, black spots and all like that in it. And what the vetiver grass does, the root, it helps to pull out any toxins that are in the soil. So it comes like it purifies the soil for you.
Careful.
It's been about 3 months now since I've been on the outside. I mean, it feels longer. I mean, it feels like if I haven't even been anywhere. When I came out, I came to this land that belongs to my grandfather, and I started planting food. I noticed that because it's sloping, when the heavy rains fall, certain parts of the land just washes away, So as I had told Vonnie before I came out, I had told her that I would apply the use of the knowledge that I got from the Vetiver program, and I would use the grass on this piece of land to help to maintain it.
Right, here are some shoots fresh from the nursery at Vincent.
Miss Roudette is like a second mother to me. I went to prison, and I met her in the grass project, and I'd say that she helped me to get my life on track. She's done it for me, and I know she's done it for other young men like myself and all like that. Without the trees and the land to plant the trees on for us to get food, and we wouldn't survive. I mean,
that I make.
You make that?
I make.
We can't survive on the food that they make and put in tins and put on the shelf for us to eat. That kills you faster. I would say that I am a nature person. I love to be in the bush. It makes me feel at one, at peace.